Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do another story time because you guys seemingly like my story time the last time, and just like the last time where I did 2 videos with the same outfit on, I'm doing it again. So anyways, this story time, oh my god, I do not want my mother to watch this story time because my mother does not know anything about this. Like, I've hidden this from my mother for 5-6 years. Like, I don't know, but my mother doesn't know this story. My mother knows all the rest of my stories except this story, because this story is a story that kind of could have gotten me in trouble, but it was not really my fault. But at the same time, if I had gotten expelled, so you know, like the challenge, what would you do for the D? I almost got expelled for the D. Let's get into the story. I don't know what to name the characters in the story. We're gonna name one named Brian and Brad, and the girl that is in the story is going to be Shika, because I don't know what else to name her, and Shika is all that's popping up right now. Let's name her Rochelle. So we're gonna name the girl in the story Rochelle, and the 2 guys Brian and Brad, and then there's me. So I'm just simple KK. So Rochelle and Brian were kind of sort of dating, fooling around, anything you want to call it, and then I was with Brad. This just sound, why didn't I tell Brian and give her Brad? Because I was with Chad the last time. Like, okay, so his name is Brad. So at this time I was going to an institute. That's all I would say. I was not going to high school, I was not going to university, but I was going to an institute. So at this institute I lived on campus. Once upon a time there was a girl named KK with a boy named Brad, and then he had a friend named Brian that lived in the same dorm as him, and then Russia lived in the same dorm as me. Russell and Brian came up with a grand idea of having Brian and Brad come down to Russell and my dorm, which no boys are allowed and no girl is allowed on the dorm of a boy. But anyways, Russell and Brian did not care about rules. KK cared a lot about rules. KK don't break rules. At least at that time I didn't break any rule. Like, legit. Anybody know me? Them time there, no say me never break no rule. This was the only time people like, oh, KK got in trouble. Yeah, so yeah, this is the one time I got in trouble. So mommy, if you're watching this, just click out, please. Like, click out from now. Like, you know what, you're not, just please click out. Click out, mommy. Click out. I beg you, click out. Did you click out yet, mommy? I'm waiting for you to click out because I don't want you to hear this story, because I didn't tell you. Maybe I should tell you because you are texting me actually now. So maybe I should tell you the story before you actually like get to watch this story. So yeah, I probably do that so that it doesn't traumatize my mother. So anyways, let's get into the story. Mommy, I'm sorry. Let me just get her from now. Like, mommy, it was not my fault. Like, bro, I had no clue this was gonna go down. It was not my fault. It's alright. They had a grand idea of coming down to our dorm. So Brian told Brad, and evidently Brad agreed because he came down to our dorm. So it was nighttime and it was lights out, so it was way past 10 o'clock because I was actually sleeping. I don't know what Brian and Rochelle were doing, but them did not go on with things. I was just wakened by Brad, and I'm like, what are you doing down here? You should not be down here. Like, why are you down here? Like, we're gonna get to that trouble. Go back upstairs. He's like, no, Brian is up there and I'm waiting for him. So I'm like, okay. And he was like, yeah. So he was there and he was kissing me because he's my boyfriend. He was my boyfriend at the time, and he was kissing me, and then he was trying to have sex with me. operative word, trying to have sex with me, but it didn't happen because for one, it couldn't go in there because I was a virgin, and then two, I didn't want to lose my virginity on a bunk bed where Brian and Rochelle was up top doing their thing, and me, I didn't think that was romantic enough for me to lose my virginity in a situation like that, like legit. Yeah, so I was like, heck no, we're not doing this, and he kind of just said okay, cool, and that was it. He waited until Brian and Rochelle were done doing what they were doing, and then they left, right? So I was like, oh my god, I can't even tell anybody. I can't even tell my friend, like my most precious friend there. We're gonna name my most precious friend there Cheyenne, because it kind of similar to her name. Oh my god, I can't even tell Cheyenne this. I'm like, I'm gonna have to keep this one, like I'm gonna have to be a G about this and just keep this one to myself. So morning come now, and we're going down to eat breakfast. But before we went, everybody, because we all as a group go down to have breakfast together, so before we could head out to have breakfast, there comes a knock on our door. So with this knock, the door opened, and then here comes our mother coming strolling. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What happened? Oh my god, like, be calm. It might be something else, because our mother always come kind of check in our room, because we were like the youngings in the institute at that time. So she kind of come every now and then and check up on we to see if we're alright. So I'm like, okay, probably she's just wanna check. But then she comes in and say, I know that a mail was down here last night, and somebody needs to come and tell me who it was. I need to know which male was down here and which female the male came down here to. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna get expelled, and my mother is gonna hate me for life. And this is why I did not tell my mother the story. You see why I don't do things that get me in trouble? Because I don't like to be in trouble. That is why I don't do these things. Like, bro, why did you come down here? So I was like, oh my god, what are we going to do? So everybody was kind of shocked, like, a boy came down here? Which boy come down here? Like, no boy came down here, all of us were sleeping. And I'm like, yeah, all of us were sleeping. Darmada was like, no, I know a boy came down here, and I need to know by, you guys are supposed to come off the dorm, I need to know by then who came down here. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take the blame for this, because Rochelle can't take the blame for this, because Rochelle is a known person to be in trouble. So if she did take the blame for this, she'll get full expelled. Like, they don't want to hear nothing from her, they just expel her. So everybody's like, who come in here, who come in here? And I'm like, guys, oh my god, I said his name. I was like, guys, Brad came down here. And everybody was like, what? When? How? I'm like, he came down here when Brian came down here to go to Rochelle. That's when he came down here. But them like, alright, we'll come up with that plan, because we have to come up with that plan. Like, when are we down, all of we have to know what to do. Like, we need a plan. So we're like, alright, we need to tell the guys what's happening. So we went over breakfast, and then we kind of have a good chat, and then everybody said, yes, Kadim, you have to take the blame. I knew I was going to be the one to take the blame. Like, yeah, somebody just said, alright, cool, me have to take the blame. Take the blame. So I took the blame, saying, because they said a guy came down there. They never said guys, they said a guy came down there. So everybody was like, alright, Karim, you're gonna have to take this one for the team. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this one for the team. Our mother came knocking on the door, and it was time to fess up who had a boy in the dorm. So she was like, who had a boy in the dorm? And I was like, me. Dorm mother looked at me like, you know, like when you want to say stop lie, because me know say you have the boy up here, you not gonna have no boy up here. Because that's how innocent I was. Like, everybody knew I was an innocent person. I had a big teddy bear, like, bro, why would I need to bring a boy? I was young. They knew I wouldn't be bringing, but I was the one who confessed, so don't have to believe. So she was like, which boy you bring down here? Like, Brad. My Brad come down. I was like, Brad. I brought Brad down here. And then she was like, okay, cool, I have to talk to the nurse, because like the nurse was, even though dorm mother was like our dorm mother, but the nurse is also responsible for us. And then it was like, it did have to go to the chairman for the school, the president, the chairman, whatever it want to be. It had to go to the president. Let's call him the president. So it had to go to the president of the school too. And then they said that okay, after lunch they're gonna have a meeting with us to talk about what happened, to see whether or not they're going to expel us. Like, they are going to expel you, Kadeem. Do you really want to still do this? Do you really want to still say that it was all your fault? Like, bro, expel. So I was like, okay. 1 o'clock meeting. So like throughout the entire day I was nervous. But it feels sick. Like, I was so sick. I'm going to get expelled. I've never been suspended in high school. I've never been a bad child in high school, and now I'm going to be in this institute and get expelled. Just imagine how me feel being, I was a nerd. Come on. But people who know me from high school, who know me from North, who know me from the institute, knows that I don't play these games. Cause I can't even say university. Cause university girl broke out. Anyways, meeting time, and the plan that we had started to like roll out. The student body of the institute was our representative, and the person who kind of helped us with the grand lie that we told them. I'm so sorry that we had to lie, but it was the only way that you would actually believe. So the lie that I told them was that I had his computer and he wanted to do his assignment. He called me around 4 times, because I did get 4 missed calls that night from a private number. So he called me around 4 times. I did not reply because evidently I didn't answer the phone, and he wanted his computer to do an assignment, but I was using it to do an assignment first. And then because he was not getting me, he came down and woke me up and got his laptop. That was the lie we told them. And he got suspended because he knew he was not supposed to come down to the females dorm, and he came down there. But they kind of understood why he came down there, but they had to give him a little pat on the wrist, so they suspended him from dorm for a week. And I, on the other hand, I didn't get anything. Like, I was okay. That's the time I almost got expelled for the D, and it wasn't even me who received the D. Like, why would you do that for the D? I don't know. I guess people do crazy things for the D. And we had proof, like with a proof. He called me 4 times. Proof was shown that he called me 4 times. Proof was shown that I had an assignment done on the computer as well, because I was doing an assignment on his computer the night before for real, but I gave him back his computer early on and all of that. So I guess that's what we played off of and say, yeah, he had to come for his computer to do his assignment, and that's the reason why I gave it to him earlier, because he had to do an assignment. I don't know who was calling me, but thank God for that, because honestly that saved my life, because I know my mother would have killed me. So yeah guys, give me a big thumbs up if you like this story time, and please subscribe to my channel and share, like, comment down below, tell me whatever you want to tell me. Right now, that's it guys. I love you all. You know, I think I'm gonna call you guys my bear, because you know my subscribe thingy right there, whatever you want to call it, is a bear. So you guys are my bears. Like, Well, I'm not Mama Bear. My mama is Mama Bear and I'm K Bear. And you all are my bears. Peace.